What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from TruthBlitz. Hope you guys are having a good one. So we're going to see where we're at price-wise quickly before we get into it. So currently, we're $263 billion in overall market cap, and Bitcoin dominance continues to drop. We're now at 44% flat. So as you can see, we're a little bit higher than we were yesterday. A lot of green. Mostly single digit. Currently Bitcoin is at 6,827, and if we take a look at Crypto Blood's chart, you can see we hit right here, hit that 6,600 support, and then kind of gave a little bounce off of that, and we kind of been just trading incrementally going up, and we're currently, like I said, we're above 68, so hopefully we continue this upward motion. I don't know if it'll happen this time around, but I still do feel like we are going to break through this and go back down to this next support area of 59 to 6,000, which is actually a very strong support area. So hopefully when that happens, if that happens, we can make a strong bounce upward. But we're gonna have to wait and see how things transpire. So I want to get into a couple topics quickly. This caught my eye, and I heard about this, how the feds had shut down Backpage. If you don't know what Backpage is, it is basically an online prostitution website, like Craigslist, but for sex. So basically they had been shut down. No big deal. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. But what I find funny is this part right here. U.S. authorities have accused the operators of Backpage of earning $500 million in the prostitution-related revenue since the site's establishment, and allegedly converting some of these proceeds into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of their money laundering efforts. So again, we see another attempt to demonize Bitcoin, to demonize cryptocurrency as a tool for money laundering and illicit acts. And, you know, let's be 100% honest here. The currency that sees the most money laundering, sees the most funding of terrorism or drugs and so on and so forth is the US dollar, okay? Not Bitcoin. So for them to paint Bitcoin as this safe haven for money launderers and this tool for funding terrorism and drug cartels and so on and so forth is absolutely ridiculous. It really, really is. First of all, it's an open ledger. Anybody can go look and see the movement of money, okay? So it would be stupid for somebody to move massive amounts of money around trying to hide it. You know, it is far easier to figure out a way to get money over a border in cash, in US dollars, or to use US dollars to launder massive amounts of money, believe it or not. So for these type of articles, you know, to come out, for US authorities to keep with this narrative that Bitcoin is used for all of these illicit purposes and money laundering and so on and so forth, it's getting old, and it's friggin' ridiculous, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to read the whole article, but we'll read a little bit more. The U.S. Justice Department has announced on Monday the seizure of Backpage.com, calling it the internet's leading forum for prostitution ads. Additionally, 7 related individuals have been charged in 93-count federal indictment with crimes including conspiracy to facilitate prostitution and international money laundering. The FBI and IRS were among the many agencies involved in the investigations. I'm not going to actually read any further because it really doesn't pertain to crypto for the most part. except for down here a little bit they talk about. Actually, you know what? Let's skip right down to here. While these types of investigations can be made more challenging with the use of virtual currency, offshore banking, and the anonymity of the internet, it should serve as an example to all criminals that there is not a place they can hide where we will not find them. So, you know, I see this picture of Jeff Sessions, and I believe he's a deep state operative, to be honest with you. That's a story for another video, though. I'm not going to get into that currently. But let's get into the next topic. Just quickly, I'm going to touch on this article. Blockchain is going mainstream, says European Commission official. So blockchain technology is entering mainstream applications, says the European Commission Vice President. EC Vice President Andrus Ansip highlighted blockchain technology in a speech Tuesday, calling it one of these areas where Europe is best positioned to play a leading role, with the caveat that the continent needs to invest much more in its technology sector. During his opening remarks at the EC's Digital Day 2018 in Brussels, he asked the EU to commit to Europe's digital and data-based future, noting later that blockchain is now moving out of the lab and going mainstream. As with artificial intelligence, we should make the most of this new opportunity to innovate. And I wish the US would take a page from that book, because unfortunately, yes, blockchain is starting to go mainstream, just not in the US, because we have so many barriers and so many roadblocks, such as the SEC, all of this proposed regulation. You see companies that are falling like dominoes, and you know, companies that are scared to death just waiting for that subpoena. I talked to Crypto Blood last night, and at one point, him, myself, and Mike B were going to start a company. We were going to have an ICO. We were going to have a company, start a company, a blockchain company that almost like Carfax, but on the blockchain. And, you know, for accident histories, for mechanical histories on vehicles, so on and so forth. And, you know, come to find out later that there was another company that came out afterwards. I'm not going to get into the specifics of everything. But point being, you know, I said to Crypto Blood last night, you know, when we were talking on the phone, we talked about Centra and what happened with them. And I said, man, I'm glad we didn't start that company. And you know, he agreed and said, yeah, I'd be nervous as hell right now, on edge, wondering what is going to happen. And he's right. So unfortunately, we are probably going to be one of the last countries to fully embrace cryptocurrency. I mean, you see little pockets of you know, like states that are not fighting it, but unfortunately on the federal level, overall, I gotta say that this is not a crypto-friendly country. Okay, so now that being said, I think that all of the regulation or everything will backfire. I think that the powers that be, the ones who make the rules in this country, are going to learn the hard way, and eventually we will ease up. And this is just my opinion. But again, I think it is going to have to be a case of us learning the hard way and seeing all of these other countries that are prospering from not fighting this and basically welcoming it. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go that way in this country. You know, we are going to be probably one of the last countries to fully embrace cryptocurrency, fully embrace blockchain. And you know, it's sad. It really is. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So there's one more article that I wanted to read. And cryptocurrency exchange develops an app and a debit card to pay and cash out cryptocurrencies. So this is interesting. It caught my eye. In 2017, Fidelium, a US-based project with South Korean roots, signed a contract with a major debit card provider to allow cryptocurrency owners to make payments practically anywhere, as well as to withdraw cash at affiliated ATMs. As the project team reported to Cointelegraph, the debit card will be integrated with the Fidelium's multi-wallet app, which provides users with access to various exchanges from around the globe. Kind of sounds like Centra, doesn't it? You know, it's funny because that's the first thing that popped into my mind. You know, oh, Centra. But look what happened to Centra. So, you know, it says, and Centra did too, that they had, you know, basically agreements with Visa and MasterCard and so on and so forth. Come to find out that wasn't the case. And they are saying this as well, this company here. But that's not what took down Centra. They didn't register as a security. And I don't know the specifics of this company here. I don't know if they are compliant with SEC. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just not something I can really speak on one way or the other. But one thing's for sure is we do need more companies like this where the cards are available to U.S. residents, because currently there isn't that many. There's Shift, which allows you to use just what's on Coinbase. There is BitPay, which obviously Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash are the only two. Centra was really cool because it had a plethora of other cryptocurrencies that you could spend directly from your card. LightPay died, unfortunately. I was really excited about LightPay, so it was shitty to see that happen. You know, so, and it's I've never heard of this company either. So I don't know what's going to happen. Are they actually going to launch? It says right here, issuing debit cards for traders is not a regular procedure for online cryptocurrency exchanges. Although Fidelium is not a cryptocurrency exchange, the project includes a cross-exchange trading platform called Fortress that works more like an aggregator. Users can access any supported cryptocurrency exchange via the platform by undergoing a one-time Know Your Customer procedure. In addition, Fidelium is developing the multi-wallet app to allow users to manage Fidelium tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other supported cryptocurrencies as well. Now, I don't know if they had an ICO for these Fidelium tokens. If they did, I can guarantee you they are not SEC compliant. And again, I'm saying this as if they're going to be, I don't know, you know, if they had an ICO, maybe they excluded U.S. residents. Maybe they're not offering cards to U.S. residents, in which case there's a lot better chance that they're going to be fine. So if anybody knows anything about Fidelium, leave me a line in the comment section and let me know. But if they're planning to do any business or allowed U.S. investors in their ICO, it does say they're a US-based project, so that would probably mean that they're going to, if not already, be on the radar of the SEC. So that's something we're going to have to follow and see what's going on. But it would be good if we had another option for, you know, crypto debit cards. You know, I never even got my Centra card, and I know from what I heard, a lot of those who did, you know, at one point their cards weren't working. You know, they worked in the beginning and then stopped working. And, you know, I know there were things happening behind the scenes that we didn't know about. Obviously, you know, the co-founders got arrested. So, you know, is Centra going to launch again? You know, are they going to become compliant and get going with new leadership. I don't know. That remains to be seen as well. So anyway, guys, that is it for now. I want to let you guys know, make sure you guys go over to the Block Party Podcast official channel. Please click subscribe and hit the bell because we have another episode coming out this weekend. And the only place where you can see part 1 and 2 of our episodes is directly on the Block Party channel. So that's why we split up the episodes into part 1 and part 2. So that way we can kind of encourage people to go over to the Block Party channel and subscribe there. So anyway, guys, that is it for now. Check me out on Twitter at TruthBlitzMedia. Check me out at truthblitz.com, and I will see you guys later.